Hello guys! So today we will be doing a healing meditation with the assistance of goddess Ishtar. So let's share this out right after I find some good background music. And then we will talk about who she is and how she is here to assist us in this upcoming week.
The universe is extremely willing to play with you if you will play with it.
Behind every feeling, you have to understand that the human body is really not.
And let's just hit skip ad. And now let me just get this shared out. Just bear with me. If you're watching on the replay, you will probably want to skip the first, 5-ish minutes of this, just because I'm just going to be picking music and sharing this out, and nothing really that interesting is going to be happening. Hi, Nancy! I'm doing really good. How are you? Surviving these intense energies lately? Whew! I don't even know what to say about them, honestly. I know, for one, I've been extra emotional since Mercury went retrograde in the emotional, watery Pisces. I've even been bursting into tears quite suddenly, which for me is, well, not all that uncommon when I'm talking with my twin flame, but ordinarily extremely uncommon when I'm talking to anybody else, even if it's about my twin flame. And I did a healing session with somebody where I was the recipient and they were the facilitator for a change a week ago, and I ended up talking about what was going on in my life, and I just ended up like bursting into uncontrollable tears. And I'm like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? This is not me. Alright, so just hang on here while I finish sharing. Interestingly enough, I don't know if you pay attention to this, Nancy, but this is the year of the Earth Pig. It only happens every, I think, 60 years. Because there's the Earth Pig, there's the Water Pig, there's the Fire Pig, there's the, what, Air Pig, whatever. So this only happens every, I think, 60-ish years by the time it rolls all the way around back to Earth Pig. And we are unlikely to have another year exactly like this one in our lifetime. I don't know about you, but I'm not planning on living another 70 years. Almost done, guys. Alright, almost done sharing this out. I hate how long this always takes on the computer. Hello, Carrie. Thank you for joining. Please be patient with me while I finish sharing this out to all the groups that want me to share this out to them. Hi, Gina. And FYI, it's perfectly okay once we get into the healing meditation segment if you fall asleep. Especially for you, Gina. In fact, you should probably just curl up in bed right now so you don't have to go anywhere when we're done, should you fall asleep at any point. Hello, Sarah Chapman. Well, it's not like we weren't already talking earlier today about how you're drinking coffee at 6-something p.m. for you. Which is unusual because you're so tired. Yes, sometimes the comments end up still needing answered afterwards. Okay, so I'm gonna call this good for now. And I'm going to exit Facebook, and now let's talk about who the hell this particular goddess is and how she is here in this upcoming week to assist us. So, this goddess is a Babylonian creator goddess. She is considered to be the source of all life and the embodiment of the power of nature. She is the giver of plenty, both a lawgiver, a judge, the goddess of time, as well as the goddess of both love and of war. Her name means giver of light and derives from her role as the Queen of Heaven. And also because her role, which is also the way in which she is assisting us this week, is being unafraid to venture into the depths of our subconscious mind, or our shadow side, whichever verbiage you are most comfortable with. Same thing. So she is here to assist us to really delve deep into these subconscious shadow side aspects within ourselves. And the reason for this is because, as we figured out yesterday during my live yesterday, and if you haven't watched that, I highly recommend it, when I was doing the Global Energy Report reading, we discovered that in this upcoming week we will be facing our inner securities, or inner insecurities, I should say. Say that 3 times fast after 5 beers. And because of this, we will be having to really kind of trace these insecurities energetically back to where they originate from within us, whatever aspect of us it is that's feeling insecure. And in order to do this, we need a guide. So Ishtar has offered us her assistance into these darker places, to these places and aspects and characters within us which we may or may not be completely aware of, which are, let's just put it this way, when we are facing insecurities in our life, it is because there's an aspect or part of us which is at the edge of its current comfort zone. So as we move forward in life, as we evolve and shift and change and descend on our spiritual journey, certain aspects within us are not really always quite on board with these changes and this ascension process. So sometimes we end up having these insecurities come up for us, which are here to show us how not all of us is really quite on board with this whole changing and progressing forward on our spiritual journey thing. So we have to be able to look within our shadow side or our subconscious mind and within ourselves to pinpoint what exact aspect it is within us that is causing these insecurities. And we need to send love and understanding and healing to these aspects within us. And I find that there are typically 3 major aspects within us. One of them is definitely the inner child. The other one is a past life aspect of us, because even though here in the real world we tend to consider time as linear, so everything that has happened previous to right here, right now, it's considered in the past, and anything that happens before right now is considered in the future. In the spiritual realm, nothing is linear, so everything is actually happening right now. Therefore, a past life is actually not really just from the past. It's actually affecting us right here, right now, in the ways in which we tend to think, believe, act, react, and certain ways in which we tend to live our life. And certain ways in which insecurities tend to come up for us as we evolve, shift, and change on our spiritual journey. Especially when it comes to being a healer or a psychic in this lifetime. Those of us who have been persecuted or whose gifts were not accepted, or even those of us who are twin flames, who are trying to somehow, some way reach union with their twin flame, but it just feels like there's something inherently within the twin flame dynamic between you and them, which is just preventing this from happening. And there's some way in which either you or them feel like this just isn't supposed to be. This is typically a past life aspect. So, let's get more into the details about who is Ishtar. And of course, the third aspect, before I forget, is any beliefs or behaviors or thought processes that we picked up through our ancestral lineage. I see that in quite a few of my clients that I work with as well. So, let's see if I can find a website here that talks about her. She is, I can tell you, the reason behind why Easter was named Easter. As you can tell by the way in which her name is spelled, they didn't really change the spelling that much or the pronunciation. And I believe that the reason she is here now is because this week was the spring equinox, and since she represents Easter, she of course is basically the goddess of spring. As a creator goddess, the spring represents the creation of life. So she is here at this time of the year to assist us with bringing life into these darker aspects within us. So I'm trying to find something that explains this a little bit better than I can, because to be honest, I've never actually worked with her. Okay, so Easter was originally the celebration of Ishtar, the Babylonian goddess of fertility and sex. Her symbols, like the egg and the Easter bunny, were and still are fertility and sex symbols. For did you actually think eggs and bunnies had anything to do with the resurrection of Christ? After Constantine decided to crystallize the empire, Easter was changed to represent Jesus. But at its roots, Easter, which is how you actually pronounce Ishtar, is all about celebrating fertility, spring, and sex. Don't apologize, Dana. The truth is the truth. Certain people may not like it, but that's their problem. Ishtar was the goddess of love, war, sex, protection, childbirth, marriage, storms. After all, she is the embodiment of the power of nature. And she is also the goddess of fate. Her symbols are the lion, the morning star, an 8 or 16 pointed star, which are symbols of power. yes, Aphrodite is definitely associated with her as well. And the reason why she is associated with the egg, which of course has become a major association with Easter, is because the egg is a symbol of rebirth, which has been used for centuries in certain mythology stories. She's not exactly connected to them. I don't think that during the time in which she was alive, she had anything to do with eggs, but somehow along the centuries since she was alive, she ended up being associated with Easter and certain symbolisms of spring and new life, regeneration, rebirth, etc., etc. And as the bringer of light, her job specifically is to bring light and love to our shadow aspects. So this is what she is here to help us with today and this week. And I'm only wearing this sweater over the top of my other sweater because I just got out of the shower and my hair is still dripping wet. And I love this sweater too. I actually just bought it at the thrift store last weekend. So, I think we've talked a relatively well enough thoroughly enough here. So, hello Maxine. So let's start this meditation right after I grab some water. Yes, those are always fun, popping the tags. So, let's just close our eyes and let us focus our attention on our breath for a few moments here. Breathe in deeply and allow the air to reach all the way down to the bottom of your stomach. Allow your body to relax. And now let us focus our attention on our Galactic Sun Chakra, which is one of our most important ascension chakras. And this chakra is located about 2 feet above your head. In fact, if you wanted to reach up above your head, just straight up, it would be right at your fingertips. And this is our personal sun chakra. So just like the regular sun, our personal sun is shining golden rays of light down upon us. And these golden rays of light are traveling down into and through our soul star chakra just above our head, into and through our crown chakra at the top of our head, into and through our third eye chakra in the center of our forehead, into and through our causal chakra or ear chakras at the back of our head, into and through our throat chakra, into and through our heart and higher heart chakras, into and through our solar plexus chakra at the top of our stomach, into and through our sacral chakra just underneath our belly button, into and through our root chakra at the base of our spine. And now these golden rays of light will travel down into and through both of our thighs, traveling down into and through our knees, our lower legs, spreading out across our feet into each and every toe, and now pulling up like liquid golden light in the center of our arch on both of our feet, where our feet chakras are located. And now these rays of light will travel away from our physical bodies, down through the floor of the room that we are in, to approximately 1 foot below our physical feet, where our Earth Star chakra is located. And now I would like you to take a moment to see, sense, feel, or visualize, or just simply hold space for, growing roots just exactly like roots of a tree out of your feet. And these roots will go through the floor of the room that you are in, through the foundation of the building you are in, through the many layers of the Earth's crust, all the way down into the crystalline core of our blessed Mother Gaia, or Mother Earth, as some may call her. And when these roots reach the crystalline core, they wrap themselves securely around it and tie themselves in a knot. And I will just give you a moment to establish this grounding for yourself. And now, just like the roots of a tree are what sustains the tree's life, so too these roots will now nourish and replenish and heal you and sustain your life. So now I would like you to see, sense, feel, visualize, or just simply hold the intention of having brown earth energy traveling up through these roots into your Earth Star Chakra, 1 foot below your feet, and now into and through your actual feet and your feet chakras located in the arch of both of your feet. And now this brown earth energy travels through your ankles, your lower legs, your knees, your thighs, up into and through your root chakra at the base of your spine, into and through your sacral chakra underneath your belly button, into and through your solar plexus chakra at the top of your stomach, into and through your heart and higher heart chakras in the center of your chest, into and through your throat chakra, into and through your causal chakra or ear chakras at the back of your head. And now further still, into and through your third eye chakra in the center of your forehead, and into and through your crown chakra at the top of your head. And now, leaving your physical body, this brown earth energy will travel up into and through your soul star chakra, and even up further still into and through your Galactic Sun Chakra. You are now connected both above and below. And in the space, you should feel weightless, calm and relaxed, safe and protected. And now I will call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael, Goddess Sophia, and of course today's special star, Goddess Ishtar. And now I'm just going to tune in here for a moment. And I would recommend that you tune into yourself. And while you do this, I want you to bring to mind any unstable emotions that you have had recently, any insecurities, any emotional or mental craziness that you have had in the last week or so. And I want you to really tune into these unstable, insecure emotions. And as you do this, I want you to picture all of these wonderful beings that I just called here, standing right behind you. Goddess Ishtar is standing immediately behind you, with both of her hands on either of your shoulders. is bidding you to really pay close attention to any insecurities or instabilities that you might be experiencing, or that might be coming to mind for you right now, as you really hone in and pay attention to this. And she will be your guide into these aspects and parts of yourself that are feeling these insecurities. And now, in your mind's eye, I want you to picture a wooded trail right at your feet. And this is a very thick section of woods. There's no sunlight in it whatsoever. It's fairly dim. But Goddess Ishtar is giving you all the strength, all the love, all the empowerment and wisdom that you need to walk down this path. And as you do, all of these wonderful beings that are here today are walking right behind you. Except, of course, for Archangel Michael, who was walking in front of you, clearing your path. He is holding a bright lantern, which is emanating pure white angelic light, which is illuminating the darkness of the woods. And as you walk along, you notice that there is a figure, a being of some kind, standing in the trail up ahead of you. This being is the aspect within you which has been feeling this insecurity and these unsettled emotions. This may show up for some of you as a child, representing your inner child. This may show up for you as an adult, a man or a woman, representing a past life of yours, or possibly a character from your ancestral lineage. This may represent your inner protector, or any other sister or brother aspects that you have within yourself. Your inner judge. So whatever this being looks like to you is absolutely perfect for you. Or if you can't quite make it out, that's fine too. If this being is not quite showing up for you clearly, don't judge your experience here, just allow it. And with the assistance of all of these wonderful beings, you are able to walk up to this being, this aspect within you, and share with it your love and your light especially with the assistance of Ishtar, for that is what she is here to do. So I would like to encourage you to visualize yourself sending love and light and healing to this being, or perhaps even walking up to them and hugging them tightly. This is typically quite a powerful moment, as these parts of us tend to feel quite unloved and dejected, as they historically, throughout this lifetime, have been what has been holding us back. And of course, within us, in this lifetime, they have created quite a bit of frustration from us. And they have picked up this frustration from us and deemed that we, in fact, do not love them, do not understand them, but rather hate them or intensely dislike them and wish that they would just effing go away. So this moment is typically quite a powerful one, full of tears and forgiveness and understanding between you and this aspect of you. When this aspect within you realizes that you really truly do want to understand it, want to understand why it has been feeling this way, and instead of condemning it or judging it, accepting it and healing it, this aspect usually ends up being quite tearful, and I can't even tell you how many times I have mentally heard this aspect tell people, "I didn't think you loved me at all. I have spent so many years feeling completely dejected by you." And as you work on this forgiving and healing and understanding, and working on improving the amount of loving harmony and balance that you have between you and this being within you, Goddess Ishtar is standing right next to both of you, as is Archangel Michael, and of course all of the other beings, Goddess Raphael, or I should say Archangel Raphael, and Goddess Sophia. They're basically all standing in a circle around you, surrounding both of you with love and light and healing, and really holding space for this powerful transformation as you work on developing this nurturing, loving, and understanding relationship with this being within yourself. And now you and this being sit down in the middle of this wooded path with your legs crossed opposite each other, facing each other, I should say. And Goddess Ishtar and Archangel Michael are instructing you to hold your hands out like this. Hands up, palms up, I should say, fingers open, both right now and in this meditation in your mind's eye, for both you and this being within you. And now Goddess Ishtar is instructing you, with the assistance of Archangel Michael, to really truly open up to all of the love and joy and peace and harmony and healing and transformation that this week and that this meditation has in store for you and for this aspect within you. And she is instructing that you use an affirmation, which I will say in just a moment here. I am open and ready to accept any healing, shifting, transforming, and energetic exchanges in direct accordance with my highest and best good at this time. And now, as you are encircled by these wonderful beings of love and light, they are sending both you and this aspect within you love and light, transformative energies, clearing your chakras, releasing you from any way in which you or this aspect within you has been connected energetically to trauma, old stories, pain, suffering, allowing both you and this aspect within you to really step out of these stories, to really break the cycle and set both of you free. No matter what trauma has happened, no matter what pain and suffering has occurred, it can always be healed. It can always be shifted and it can always be released. No matter how stuck or entrenched in it this aspect within you may feel, or maybe even victimized by it, it can always be transformed for the better. They can always be empowered and healed, and therefore enabled to step out of their pain and suffering and trauma, which of course will allow you to do the same thing. And now, as this healing finishes up, Ishtar and Archangel Michael bid both of you to stand up and walk farther down this wooded trail. And if this being within you shows up for you as an adult, then you can link arms with them if you so wish, now that you have improved your harmonious relationship with them, and walk down the trail arm in arm, like the best buddies that you always truly have been, with joy and happiness and freedom. Or if this aspect shows up as your inner child, depending on the age of this child, you can either hold hands with them or you can pick them up and carry them just like you would a baby. Or maybe give them a happy little piggyback ride or something along these lines. Whatever you choose to do is fine with me. And as you walk further down this trail, there is another being. And this second being is representing another aspect within you, which has been feeling insecure, unstable, and which has also been holding you back with your forward progress on your spiritual journey. So once again, however this being shows up for you is perfect. It may be an adult, it may be another inner child aspect of you. It may be old, it may be young, it may be a man, or it may be a woman. It may even just be a younger version of you from this lifetime. And this time I would like you and this first being within you to walk up to this aspect and give it a nice, warm, loving, and nurturing hug. A wonderful group hug. And once again, as you do this, you are encircled and given love and healing and nurturing and transformative energy by the wonderful beings here today, especially Goddess Ishtar. And as you have already done so much healing and transforming with this first aspect or being within you, there's not as much time required for full healing and reconciling with the second being. And so now you link arms or hold hands with both of these aspects, and Goddess Ishtar and Archangel Michael bid you to walk even further down the trail and meet up with a third being. This third being is going to show up probably in the form of a man, and this is going to be your inner protector. Your inner protector has the specific job of monitoring any of these aspects within you when they are feeling unstable, especially your inner child, and keeping them safe and protected at all times. And it is in fact the inner protector which blocks you from your forward momentum most of the time, because it senses that allowing you to carry on with whatever it was you were about to do will cause damage to these aspects, as they are not ready for that yet. So now let us go up to our inner protector and share with it love and understanding, and let him know that we understand his role, that we understand that he is just trying to make everybody happy within us. He's not intentionally sabotaging us or causing blocks for us. He is just trying to make sure that we feel happy and safe and protected, and that all aspects within us do as well. And now let us tell our inner protector, I see now that I need to be more aware of these aspects within me. I need to nurture them, support them, and calm them down on my own. It is meant to be my role to do this, not yours. But thank you for doing this in my place when I did not realize that I should be. Now that we have obtained a relationship and a connection between ourselves and these two aspects within us, we can now communicate with these aspects. We can calm them down, we can reassure them, we can heal them, and we can understand what they're going through and their processes and how they are stuck in their stories and their trauma and their pain and their insecurities without so much assistance from our inner protector. basically our inner protector has just been the go-between, the mediator between us and these aspects within us, back before we understood that we had these aspects, and back before we could actually communicate energetically with them ourselves. But today we have learned that we can. Today is the day that we officially retire indefinitely our inner protector, as we are our own protector. It is our job now to protect, to reassure, to heal and understand all of these different aspects within us. And with that, we hug our inner protector, and he walks off down the trail, happy to go about his own life and not needing to worry so much about us or any aspects within us. Now he's going to go watch a movie somewhere and eat popcorn or something, I don't know. And now you are guided to walk back down the trail from whence you came, with these three, or I should say with these two inner beings of yours. Until you reach the spot where you first started, at the edge of the thick woods. And as you reach the edge of the woods, a bright, sunny meadow opens up. And as you and these two aspects within you walk into this bright, sunny meadow, you can feel the sun beaming down on your skin. You can hear the birds chirping in the background. You can feel the slight breeze rustling through your hair. And you know that you are free, as are these two aspects within you. And now, whenever you are ready, you can open your eyes. Yes, it has been an hour. I knew it would be at least 40 minutes. I think we may have lost some people. I think they may have fallen asleep. So how did that feel for everybody who is still awake and still here? Or just waking up again and still here? Despite having washed my face 2 times in the shower, I still have some little residue of sleep in the corners of my eyes, apparently. Is anybody still awake? Or did I put you all soundly asleep? That's fine, Gina. In fact, I do recommend for everybody to watch this with a certain insecurity or instability that they have been experiencing in mind. Just because each of these different insecurities probably stems from a different character or aspect within us. So I highly recommend rewatching this as many times as is necessary, once for every individual insecurity we have. Yes, it's probably not the best timing for you, Gina. Especially with you already being so tired. But I think I am going to hop off of here for now and go about the rest of my day. And again, I highly recommend people to rewatch this one time for every individual insecurity or instability, emotional feeling that they have, because usually each of these stem from a different inner aspect or relates to a slightly different story or trauma or pain within the same aspect. So, anywho, I'm going to hop off of here. I hope you all enjoy, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, or night for some of you. Bye, everyone.